everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday Newsday. And as our chat has posted and called us out on, it's episode 69. So congrats, Jason.
I did it. We made it.
I'm here with Jason Hawronksy from XP Network, formerly of Jasco Games, for those who know that. And we're going to talk all about Jason, his history, and XP Network. We're actually going to have Jason on for 2 episodes because we're going to kind of go over XP Network, what it is, how it works, and then Catalyst has a partnership and spotlight week launch the first week of December where you guys can get a ton of extra XP bonuses. So we're gonna have him come back on and talk about all those events. You even get XP bonuses just for watching Tuesday Newsday. So awesome.
Yep, awesome stuff. I'm really excited. Thanks for having me. Jason Hawronksy, CEO of XP Network and founder. If you want me to go straight in, I can tell you some history. I'll try to.
We're gonna do news first, sir. You have to
news
wait.
First. Let's do it.
Okay. So, guys, in terms of release schedule stuff, you've been asking me for a couple weeks. I did get a draft of it, so I'm gonna cheat and tell you guys some stuff before it's finalized. So if things shift or change a little bit, you can blame me for getting excited and sharing this with you. That's fine. But for the rest of this year so far, it is November. Holy crap. For November, we are releasing. That is definitely not right, so I'll skip that. I know Battletech Gothic, the 100mm Atlas. Aces, Battletech Aces Scouring Sands. Now, this is supposed to release, I believe, in November. But I think we're waiting for the shipment to get from, from the port or the docks or whatever to our warehouse. So if that stretches into the beginning of December, there's two release dates every month, so we have to kind of stick to those. But we'll let you know for sure. Then what do I have here? I'm only going to tell you stuff I believe in. So I think we've got House Carita, tentatively that is looking like February 1st at the moment. I'm gonna actually cheat and go to the newsletter because I don't believe a lot of this. It's probably just not quite ready yet. I thought it was gonna be readier than it was, so I'm sorry guys. Let me go to my newsletter. We are sending a newsletter out this week, and it will have all of that. So we've got that was October. November, we have Aces, the C-Scale Atlas, Unlimited Honor by Michael Stackpole is coming out, and Tales of the Bounty Hunter, an anthology. We will be getting that to Kickstarter backers this week, and then in 2 or 3 weeks, that will be going live for sale. For Shadowrun, we have Deus Ex Arcana. It's the advanced magic book that's releasing this month. And Augment, issue 4. That's the in-world Shadowrun magazine by Horizon. So you should check those out. We have as well free fiction for the month of November. We've got our free short stories. We've got Battletech The Pilgrim's Journey by our own Bryn Bills. And we've got Strange Prey, a short story for Shadowrun from Jason Mallory. So both of those are pretty exciting. So those are our releases. I don't think we have much else in terms of news, but if I'm missing something for you guys, go ahead and put it in the chat, and we'll get there at the end of the show. All right, back to you, Jason. Hi.
Why, hello.
So, I guess let's start with you a little bit. What is your background in gaming and the industry?
All right, so it goes pretty far back. I started as a hobby shop store owner back in 1998. When I was 13, I partnered with my mom because she was old enough to get an EIN number. And I ordered a direct from Games Workshop, became a Warhammer stockist store, also sold Yu-Gi-Oh! And anime and a bunch of things out of my mom's house in the Dallas area of Texas.
Wow.
And I did that from 98 till about 2002. Then I partnered with my dad, switched partnerships in the family, and we opened up a 3,000 square foot retail store in Flower Mound and ran, we had a LAN center, we had an arcade, and we had lots of tabletop gaming. We were at fire code capacity every weekend. We ended up having to set up tabletop war game tables out in the parking lot sometimes because we had so many people and so many tournaments and card games and everything else. And then that kind of just kept expanding. So eventually I went to college at Texas Tech in Lubbock, Texas, and reopened my store there and ran that while I was in school and grew that to a much larger store. And then when I was graduating, Fantasy Flight Games was selling. Actually, they canceled all their TCG lines back then in 2009. And I decided to call Steve Horvath up and John Grams and purchase UFS off of Fantasy Flight Games. And that's when I transitioned from a game store owner that was running, your typical game store stuff into my post-college career, which had nothing to do with my college degrees in German and Japanese, and became a publisher. And so we started making UFS, which is now the Universes card game, UVS, and got into a bunch of other things. So we ended up making Mega Man the board game was our first board game. It was also the first licensed Kickstarter game ever on Kickstarter back then. So that was kind of a breakthrough in Kickstarters, and ended up making Street Fighter the miniatures game with the Angry Joe show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer board game.
When I found out about that, I got very excited. I'm like, who's this Jason Hawronksy? Excuse me?
That game is awesome, by the way. It's a cooperative game. I love that game to this day. It's like a much lighter Arkham Horror that ends quickly.
Oh, cool.
But and then the hard modes on that game I have still never beat because I'm apparently not strategic enough in a group. I'm okay at competitive games. When it comes to everyone being in a group, it's just I'm not as good. But I really want to beat that at some point. The God mode in Buffy with the expansion.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. But then we also did Top Gun. We made the My Hero Academia trading card game, which was a huge hit. Around that time is when I sold Jasco Games in the end of 2021. December 2021, I sold it. But we had published puzzles, graphic novels, board games, card games, puzzles, toys, all the nerd stuff that we all love. Got to work with all kinds of cool licenses from Warner Brothers, Fox, Crunchyroll at the time, Funimation, a whole bunch of cool anime stuff, Bandai Namco. We did Soul Calibur. We worked with NetherRealm Studios for Mortal Kombat. Capcom, we did all kinds of stuff with Capcom, Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, Mega Man, worked with Udon Studios. So all cool, fun nerd things.
In short, you've earned your street cred in the industry.
I hope. I mean, it's the only thing I've ever done, right? So my hobby has been the hobby game industry. So it's been the business side of the hobby. So I don't get to play nearly as many games as I'd like, but we do have a game night now finally set up. We have a pretty big game group here in Las Vegas. And so we finally get to do Saturday or Sundays and play games. So that's awesome. And now I'm doing XP Network. So XP Network came about after I sold the company. So before that, we had written a lot of stuff down on notebooks on here's what the publisher and the retailer and the player would all want out of an organized play platform. And it kind of started with that. We need tournament support, we need achievements, we need some sort of tracking for leagues. But then how do we get the retailers involved? And so it's loyalty points and drive people to the stores and add some accountability so people aren't selling all the prize support on eBay all the time, which happens a lot. And how do we give the players exactly what they're promised by the publisher, that whole finishing that stream from publisher to player. And so that's where XP Network came in. So we service every single part of the game industry. We've been building it for quite a while now. We really took it serious after the sale of Jasco Games. And so I'm partnered with some amazing tech people. So JT Gleason's one of our founders. He is the original CTO and one of the founding 8 from Twitch.tv. He created Justin TV into Twitch TV. He's a master in scalability to be able to put all that streaming into a platform that doesn't fail. sold to Amazon, worked at Amazon for 5 years. Then we have Nick Fotheringham, who also worked at Twitch in the founding team and created pretty much all the big esports events you've heard of. So MLG, CPL, Evo for Street Fighter and stuff, the FIFA World Cup, basically laid the foundation for what esports is today, and also worked on a bunch of video games. Our CTO today is Chase Farmer. He worked on Beats Music, Apple iTunes, the App Store, like a lot of cool Apple stuff. And then he worked at Plaid, which is the currently $1 trillion banking company. And about a year and a half ago, him and his CTO left. They were, as usual, we have like these people that don't have to keep doing anything, but they do because it's fun and like we like innovating. So he brought in Kevin, who worked at Ticketmaster and basically built like the most awesome ticketing system for XP Network. So we have like badges and side events and ticketing for tournaments and add-ons and all this stuff all through Stripe with like one of the best QR code ticketing systems. We can do turnstile where you can go in and out an event infinite times with scanners, and you can even do like what we use it for, like we did at Origins, is one-time scans where you get something from a prize wall and people can't cheat the system and keep going back, which was a big problem at Comic-Con this year in San Diego. Like when Magic did the Spider-Man release, like people were just scanning their tickets to the back of the line and everyone was getting in with the same ticket. That can't happen on our platform, which is cool. And then we have John Kantrowitz from Apple and Uber, who does our UI UX. So all the way the website looks. So we have a really awesome dream team there. We have a bunch of founders as well. I don't want to name drop people yet because they're signing paperwork, but some legends from the video game industry are coming into the team now too. And then me and John Grams. John Grams was the vice president of Fantasy Flight from the very beginning, into the Asmodee acquisition, and then into the Embracer Group acquisition of Asmodee. So he's helped us with our growth and a bunch of our publisher relations. He's also an investor into XP Network and has over 20 years of experience growing Fantasy Flight games. So we're all a bunch of game nerds that have been making games, video game or tabletop, and so we want to support all of that. We want to support the players, the organizers, the retailers, and the publishers in one hub, and that's what we've been building.
So let's kind of go into this a little bit. Do you think we should go top down or bottom up in terms of how I envision
Either way is fine for me.
What was that?
I think I wrote it down starting with the players because like that's where everything starts, because it doesn't matter who you are. It's all about the players.
I know there's going to be some things that overlap, so that's why I'm asking, but like the publisher needs to be involved or can be involved kind of thing. So let's start with players. So as a player, if I'm watching Tuesday Newsday right now and I go over to XP Network and sign up, what are the benefits for me as a player?
So the first thing you get is upon sign up, you'll get your bonus XP for coming into the beta. So you automatically get some XP. What XP is essentially credit to buy games or to buy anything really. So as you earn XP, we reward you for actually being part of your community, not just being a wallet that buys things. Obviously, we have a loyalty program like everybody else as well, where you can earn more XP for spending. But the main appeal is the achievement system that we have in partnership with all of our publishers and retailers. So, and our organizers even. So if you want to go to like, a big convention one day, they can even have their achievement set up. So when you join, you'll have access to what we call the XP wallet and all of our partners. And we add obviously a new partner every week in a spotlight. So you'll see more and more publishers every single week after week, giving out players free credit to their stores. So this links to Shopify and Stripe, anyone with a Shopify store. And then people that don't have Shopify can also kind of do a side link to get achievements as well for XP. XP is used to get your promo cards, your demo kits, anything that the publisher wants to reward you with, including discounts off of retail store product and hobby publisher product. So, and then we also have communities, leaderboards, leagues, organized play, tournament software, all that stuff's just free. So for players, everything is free. You just get on, and this is where you get your achievements and your rewards from your stores and your publishers. So really there's no downside as a player. It helps you keep track of your game clubs, your communities, and you can see everything you've done. And the coolest thing about achievements is we also have them to where they can like level up. So if you keep getting the same achievement, like you can get to the next level of one achievement, and then it gives you bonuses. One thing I want to see done in all the RPGs, including Shadowrun, is for organized play, you can have an achievement and then the card flips and it'll give you like a magic item or an upgrade that's
Ooh.
only used for mass scale organized play to prove to the DM or GM that you actually did the thing. And now
Cool.
when I go from location to location, my character keeps all his stuff or her stuff, and it's awesome. Like, it's a really cool way to track that. We're also creating deck builders, army list builders, character sheet, but everything a player needs to just live in your profile. And then you can sign up for newsletters and not get spammed in your mail. You can just get a notification in XP Network and check it whenever you're in, so you don't get more email spam. And yeah, you can follow your favorite publishers, your favorite stores, your favorite games, and see all the events coming up. It's very robust. It's the first platform ever built for us gamers. So it has everything. It's not just like tournament software. It's not just a store or loyalty program. It's literally the community's hub.
Cool. So I can, as a player, partner with, integrate with my local game store to find games and things like that.
Absolutely.
Now, you mentioned the affiliate, or sorry, the achievements. We do have a little video, if we can switch over to that, Tyler, that shows kind of how that works.
Yeah, so the publisher and the stores or your tournament organizers, if they have a large enough events, can create an organization and then create their own achievements. And these can be scalable leveling up achievements or one-time things. I've used them for everything from like bribing my wife to go on a 5-mile walk with me and giving her 5 XP to get that over the line, so she's the only one with the 5-mile walk achievement. To I did my gender reveal party for my upcoming baby with it, and we gave an achievement for guessing boy or girl correctly, and you get 100 XP for guessing right, or 1 XP for guessing wrong, but you still got the achievement. And all these are used as credit in store. So every store has a different value for their XP. They set it in their backend. It's acceptable in all currencies that are not enemies of the United States, just because of law. So it can be done internationally. So we're really excited to see our Europeans and our Australians and New Zealanders and South American players, Africa. It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't have to just be Europe and US and Canada like it usually is. Everyone can get involved and play in Asia. It's really cool.
That's awesome. That's so exciting. Thanks for that video, Tyler. So let's move from a player level to like an event organizer. So for instance, we have our beloved Catalyst demo team, and they're going to be partnering with us on this as well. So how does a demo agent or another community member that wants to run games at their local store or run a tournament or whatever, how do they use XP Network?
This is one of the most exciting parts for me, because as a TCG company, there was so much organized play like management. So as an organizer, you either sign up for your local store as the organizer, and the store will approve you, and then you can run events on behalf of that store. That's the easiest way to do it. And then the store issues all the XP, the publishers issue all the prizes, and then the publishers know for a fact that like 20 people joined the event and they all got their prize support, instead of it just going into a void and with fake numbers and you never get the prizes. And so we can really reward the demoers, the demo agents, the tournament organizers that go above and beyond and are doing the thing every single week or every month or going to events. They actually get that credibility, and now we can pass that up to the publisher directly and reward them properly. And one of the cool things is the stores for the publisher side can either be set up directly to go to their normal online store with credit and get discounts, or one of the cool things is the demo agents can have their own portal, and there's just the stuff for the demo agents in there, and they get XP to go buy their prize support or their badges or whatever it is that they get in each individual publisher's organized play. I believe there's like some really cool shirts and things that Catalyst does for demo agents, and that can all be made available through the demo agent portal. So I'm not sure exactly how Catalyst is planning to set that up. I don't know if it's going to go through the main store and it's all one hub for retailers, organizers, and players, or if it's multiple logins.
I think there's 2 different logins, because I've seen the logo for demo team and for Catalyst as a whole.
That's, I believe, the way they're setting it up. But that's also really cool, because that means there's items that are there to reward people that are helping grow the community that are special to them. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's really cool for organizers, and then they can work on behalf of the store or the publisher. So they get Stripe access to do paid tickets or free tickets, and that'll go directly to the store. So there's no accountability issues there. And then they can earn XP, and then they can also get levels. So as they get higher and higher ratings, they can move up as a level 2 judge or 3 judge or demo team agent, and where they can use those achievements to get access to go to like Gen Con, for instance, or to a bigger event. And we build that trust in the community,
Cool.
which is great for the publishers, great for the players, and great for the organizers.
That's awesome. So let's move up then to the stores. So how does XP Network support retailers? Like, we've got now these players and these event organizers coming to the store, which is great. But what else does the functionality allow for?
This one's like this was really robust. So we have the loyalty program. So we integrate with online stores and point of sale. So when you go into your store that's partnered with XP Network, you can scan your phone and it'll log you in automatically with your points, or you can type in your number or whatever, and you'll get your loyalty points, which is your typical discount for buying stuff. But then you also get reward achievements. So anytime they do a league or a get together, a painting competition, like you can just say, hey, we're going to have a terrain painting competition. Everyone gets 100 XP for coming tonight to play, to just paint, right? It doesn't have to be competitive anymore. It's not just tournament tracking, it's engagement. And then you get that store's achievement. And then the publisher can add to that. So one of the cool things for the stores is you're getting all the organized play straight from the publisher through XP Network. And then they're proving the whole cycle again, like everyone's actually getting it. We're promoting exactly the right count of player count for organized play, and it's not all going on eBay and then pricing the players out, which is a big thing. So loyalty rewards, they get an event page. This is a huge one because like you can go to any retail store's event page, and it'll have their news and updates. It'll have their 30 events for the month all in one spot, so you don't have to go follow 18 different places or each individual Facebook event. It's all just in one spot. You can sign up for the events all in XP Network. They can be limited by seat count or not. And then we have, like I said earlier, the news and updates. They can allow players to apply to their mailing list, but also just get notifications through the platform. Organized play, we integrate with external organized play. So even though we have free tournament software for Swiss and single elimination, double elimination, a whole bunch of tiebreakers and things that you can select, we also use your player ID for Pokemon, Wizards of the Coast, Bandai, and Konami right now, and we're adding more. So they can still do everything in our platform, but go directly to these official platforms for tournaments and things. Obviously, I mentioned prize support, events ticketing, quests, and demos. So another thing that stores don't really get to achieve or give out things for is like demo teams and people doing quests. We did quests at Origins where we sent people to different booths, and we'll get into that in a second.
Catalyst did one, correct?
Catalyst was super successful. Actually, I was surprised by the ones that weren't even at Origins that had quests, and they'd get like over 100 signups.
Can you walk us through what we did for that? Because I wasn't at Origins.
So we had 10 partners that signed up for the Origins quests, and then XP Network, we had a booth there. We acted kind of like the Chuck E. Cheese prize wall for everybody. So you would come in, we would kind of engage. We got 1,309 signups at Origins just from our booth. And what we would do is send people to each of those booths to do a quest. And we had all the quests listed on our events page. You get a ticket, you go do whatever the thing is, bring it back to us, show that you got a stamp or whatever it is that you had to do, and you got the prize that they were giving out. When we had 2 booths at Origins. Catalyst was just go do a demo, get a stamp, come back to our booth. We had 90 people that we sent to the Catalyst booth to get new demos for their games. So that's potential that didn't go directly to the Catalyst booth. They actually went there through us. Ulysses Spiele, that does the Dark Eye RPG from Germany, they weren't even there, and they got like 182 signups.
That's awesome.
To just download a PDF, learn their games in English, which was their goal, and then they got a free item. So when they came to the booth for Catalyst, we gave out the BattleTech dog tag bottle opener for free for doing the demo. Every publisher was given that free stuff, and it's the same way it's going to work at your stores. We'll send out a prize kit from every publisher that signs up with us, and we, like I said, we get more every week. And the store will have things to give out for XP that's just provided to them as part of their organized play and partnership. But awesome. The quests are super cool.
Yeah, Tyler's showing was showing There's sometimes a delay for me. The Origins event video, so you can kind of see how that looked and how that played out, which is really neat. Now you've talked about this twice, so this is where I'm crossing borders real quick. But what pubs are involved already, since new ones are signing on every week?
I'm just going to go to the website so I don't forget anybody, because then these are not all the publishers. These are the ones that officially signed paperwork and are in the platform. So right now, obviously Catalyst Game Labs, and we're really excited to do a big Spotlight Week. Catalyst Spotlight Week is very unique because most of the publishers will give you, every day you interact through their week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's a different mini quest. You get 50 XP for signing up, and then you get 50 XP for doing a little quest like a trivia or calling out, nominating your local game store as the top store for their publisher. Watching the live stream every Friday. We do a Friday live stream where you can interact and get even more XP from a wheel spin and learn a bunch of news. But we'll get into that in a second. Catalyst is very different because they're giving out like massive credit to their store, as opposed to the typical 50 XP. I think they're doing 500 XP for each of these things, so you can get over $10 in store credit from Catalyst if you just do their Spotlight Week December 1st through 4th, I think it is. Yeah. But partners are Ares Games, Level 99 Games, Ulysses Spiele in Germany, Norse Foundry, Catalyst Game Labs, Looney Labs, Wise Wizard Games, Chaosium Inc., which is the Call of Cthulhu RPG, Modifius, who does Fallout and Star Trek and Fallout Factions, Weird Miniatures, Weird Games, Incredible Technologies, which is actually one of our video game partners. They do the arcade game Golden Tee. Oh. Rising Empire Studios, they have the Alpha Clash TCG and comic book series. Warlord Games, we're doing their Spotlight Week right now. Warlord Games just launched their newest game, Conflict 47, which is like a post-apocalyptic alternate universe World War II futuristic war game, which is super, super cool. So go check that out. They're giving away XP right now. So if you sign in and just follow their events every day, you get free credit to their store and get to engage with these publishers. And then there's a new one every their stores.
Okay, so I can't go log in, do all the Wise Wizard stuff, and then spend it at Catalyst store.
Nope. As we say, you can't buy Burger King with Starbucks or McDonald's. It's the same thing. The only universal store is the XP Network store. We only have like Comic-Con exclusives from San Diego and like drops and promo items on our store. And our prices are the highest for XP for now. In the future, they're going to come down and be just gate-kept by a minimum XP spend, because you can still spend normal money on all this stuff. Yeah. So we want to encourage engagement so that you can, if you have like 100 XP minimum spend, then you can get the Comic-Con exclusive thing for like half price. Yeah. From half the going rate, which is really the goal here.
Cool. All right. So that was a lot of publishers. The other thing that I thought of while you were talking about that is on multiple levels, and focusing first on the stores and the event organizers, is that this is also a free marketing tool. Like, so someone that lives across town that has never been to that game store can see that there's a battletech tournament happening, and go get involved. So you as an event organizer are getting your events promoted too. Exactly. And then one of the things that I love about this as well is at the publisher level, because you're recruiting more and more and more publishers, your audience is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So if we have someone that loves the Star Wars miniatures games and stuff, and all of a sudden sees all these events for miniatures for battletech, that can allow for a lot of crossover where we wouldn't maybe reach them otherwise. So I'm really excited.
Ultimately, that it's been a problem in tabletop that like we're one big community, but we're all on separate islands, and our goal is to bring everybody to the same island so we all have the same resources and fan bases, and we can cross over a lot more. Because in the past, I think everybody considered themselves a competitor to Hasbro, right, or the big companies, and I've never saw it that way. I've always seen it as we should partner with like everybody as much as possible. You saw this even when I was doing Jasco Games, we did crossovers with Level 99. We were working on a crossover product with the Catalyst that they're still coming out with for My Hero. And a bunch of other publishers, Zenoscope Comics, Udon Studios, The Angry Joe Show. And I loved Wise Wizards. It was another one doing the realm system that never came to fruition, but they did come up with Star Trek realms after I left the company. So that's like it's I love collaborating with the industry, because like when I go to Gen Con, I never saw competitors. I saw a bunch of people in the same space that are passionate doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And this is like that one hub where the gamers should benefit from being gamers. It shouldn't be like work. It shouldn't be too expensive. It shouldn't be too hard to enter. It should just be gaming. It should be fun.
So let's move to the publisher level then, since we've been teasing back and forth already about it. What are the full benefits for the publishers?
Publishers have everything that I just said underneath that, but they also get to have a little bit of transparency on what organizers and demoers are doing, so they can properly reward them and reward those stores. They're providing points to stores, they're providing points to players, and then they get a ton of analytics of like who's, get people to sign up for their mailing lists, get more people involved in their games, have a bigger group, a network. Because right now, I mean, we have like Board Game Geek, we have like TCG Player and other platforms, but they're very specific. And I don't feel like they really engage your day to day as much. Like I want to see people come into a store and get rewarded by a publisher. And so it's mostly just like that top down. We're going to do all of our organized play, whether that's demos, casual play, leagues, campaigns, or competitive play. Not just competitive play, which is what it's always been. We have that, but most people don't play competitively. They just play for fun, because that, it's a time commitment and a different type of mindset to always grind a competitive tournament. So we want to give the same type of rewards to people that just want to play games.
Cool.
And the publishers will see that, and then they also, we integrate with Stripe and Shopify and give them a bunch of cool tools, marketing tools, newsletters, all the same stuff stores get, but kind of just at a larger scale.
And because you said this early on, because XP Network integrates with Shopify, when you do Catalyst demos and you're earning the Catalyst XP and stuff, you can spend that at our store. Tyler, I know you have a video for the Catalyst store for the XP demo, if you can start that up. And so, like, I know when I saw the demo just the other night, it was, you could apply $10 because that's what you earned during the Spotlight week to your account, or whatever the case may be. And then you said you also earn by spending. What's the conversion rate for that?
The loyalty program has not come out yet, but that is entirely up to each store and each publisher. They can say, you get a penny back for every dollar spent, or 2 or 10. It's up to them to set those. Because we're not a cryptocurrency, we're not a currency of any kind. This is just a credit reward system. It's like coupons and rewards. We don't control the value of anyone else's XP but ours. And even that can fluctuate from item to item, right? So what it should do is just reward based off of what each publisher is capable of, or what each retail store is capable of.
Cool.
And which is another reason why I really like it, because as a retail store, you don't have to provide all of your loyalty points out of pocket from your sales to get people to come back. The publishers can give you stuff, which is really cool. When you have the bigger the publisher network, the bigger bang it is for the retail store to just get more free items. Right now, we're going to be sending a gift box from all of our existing publishers. They all gave free stuff out that are going to the stores. So as they sign up, and by the way, it's $1 a month right now in the live beta for a store to sign up. It's free for users and organizers. So there's no reason not to do it. And that's through the whole year. So they get like up to 3 months trial period for $1. And it's only $19.99 a month, or $15.99 if they do the whole year anyway. And so we should be getting them enough additional engagement and sales that is a negligible nothing to spend to get more people engaging in their stores and being part of all these organized plays as one area, instead of infinite independent organized plays kind of competing with each other for attention.
That's awesome. That's great. I also heard you mention in our pre-show that we have a video about something called Pong.
Okay, so here's the other thing we have. There's some top secret cool things going on with Catalyst, so I'm not going to spoil that today. Maybe we can during the Spotlight week. And again, Catalyst is giving out like over $10 of store credit if you just engage in their week. It is very simple. It takes like under 2 minutes most of the time. to sign up for a thing in each day and get credit to their store. So December 1st, mark your calendars. You're going to get free stuff from Catalyst. They are the most giving of the publishers so far. They really want you guys to get on here for their rewards program, organized play, and everything else. So shout outs to Catalyst. But Pong of Champions is our iOS game. So we created kind of a fighting game, beer pong game. It's basically, because we kind of see ourselves like the Chuck E. Cheese prize wall. We're here to give everyone like rewards for doing things. We made our version of skee ball. It's essentially video game beer pong with no beer. And you can do like special moves like fireballs and hadokens, but not the trademarked ones, right? It's not actually Street Fighter, but it's just a proof of concept. All of our video games actually have the acronym POC, Pong of Champions, because it's a proof of concept. We also have the POC in a post-POC world. We have like kind of like a Diablo top-down look of robots and characters going around in this post-apocalyptic world, beating up cars like in Street Fighter, going through sewers and phone booths like in games and TV shows you may be familiar with, and gaining XP and collecting arcade games in your base so you can play games inside a game, and the whole time you're earning XP. So the point is to prove that you can earn XP in a video game right now. You can download Pong of Champions on iPhone only so far. It will come to Android. And link your XP account, and it automatically gives you 3,000 XP.
That's awesome.
That's like totally during the beta. That is going to end, so like do it now. That game is in a iOS live beta. So we knew that we're doing this as a proof of concept, so we pushed the updates out live instead of just doing it in a testing environment.
Cool.
So the game will get better and better. There is multiplayer, Battle Pong, single player, Vic's Gauntlet, where you can go and make it harder and harder and climb a leaderboard. You get achievements in game that go straight to your XP Network account. So in the future, our video game studio will be partnering with other video games to do the same thing. And I can't mention any of those names yet, but there's some people will know them. They're video games people will know of, where you can earn XP digitally to go use in the physical world.
This is awesome. So I do see we are getting a lot of questions in the chat, so I do want to leave enough time for those. Anything else you want to say about XP Network that we haven't touched on?
It's always going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. This is a platform. This is not like an app. It's xpnetwork.com. You don't have to download another app to your phone. And we're going to give you more and more and more features. So please join the Discord and tell us features so we can upvote those and build them for you, because our team is incredibly good at building things that you guys want. It's gone way faster than I ever expected. We're like a year ahead of schedule. We weren't even supposed to be having working XP yet, but XP works. The Shopify integration for XP works. The ticketing works. The scanning of tickets work. All the tournament software is working flawlessly, and it's custom built for different types of tournaments. We'll be building some custom things for battletech, for instance, because tabletop games war games are different than card games, as we all know. So there's just features that we're going to keep adding and keep adding. So give us your wish list in Discord. Tell us what you love and what you hate, because we're in live beta now. There's nothing to lose. You're getting free stuff, and we're building what you all want.
That's awesome. Cool. All right, I'm going to jump over to holy crap, questions. All right, so first one we've got from Prussian Havoc. I have my XP Network event organizer permissions. If I run my Leviathan's Tabletop Simulator tournament as an XP event, how will XP Network tools enhance my gamer's experience?
So rewards and achievements is going to be your number one. If you're not going officially through Catalyst, I would recommend getting added to them. I know that the whole organized play program isn't pushed out yet. I believe that's happening either at the end of this year or the beginning of next year. So you'll officially join. Then you'll get the link to that XP. If you already have an organization, make sure you talk to our customer support so you have your XP. If you have like a Shopify store or something to give out. If you don't, you can still give it out and it'll be usable on our store. Cool. And then the other enhancement is just the achievements themselves. Like you now have a trackable ledger of things that all the players have earned: first place, second place, third place, weekly participation, items that you might want to give out. You can fully customize those achievements, and soon you'll be able to flip your card and get metadata like this is a magic sword and it does this. And then that's what I was talking about for RPGs. Cool. Yeah, and we'll keep doing that too for like player army lists and things like that. That'll be on the platform soon.
Cool. Okay. Night Moss asks, how will conventions integrate into XP Network, Gen Con, GameholeCon, etc.?
So that's we tested this out first at Origins, so it was technically our Origins. That's where we launched the live beta. The platform is built to where we can do badges through XP Network, which, if you remember Gen Con in the last several years, if you are picking up will call and you stand in that 8-hour line around the entire convention center and stadium, it's miserable. So we would love for these. You all need to reach out to the organizations because we have to partner with them. We are talking to Origins and Gamma, but that it's all going to be a process. But we can do your badges and ticketing and all your side events, and so you're the event hall at Gen Con or Origins, all through one platform. And you get the achievements and you get the support from the publisher. So you can literally go do an event, get an achievement, get some XP, and go straight to the booth and use it. That's how I see it working at a convention. We did that very well during the quests at Origins. We had 1,309 signups from our booth. We sent up to 882 people to a publisher. Those publishers got players they weren't going to get otherwise. Modifius killed it, by the way, because they had a schedule. You had to get on their calendar to do the demo, and they still filled up, I believe, 72 spots or something of new demoers from us. So I think it's going to be another cool way to, now you're not just walking around buying stuff or playing an event. When you're buying stuff, you can be on a quest to do something cool to get something.
Cool.
Or just build up your, like, it's basically a live RPG. I think this would be great at a True Dungeon too. I like, shout outs to them. What a cool way to like integrate more RPG elements to an already RPG game.
I can connect you there.
I would love that. Yeah, I would love that. There's so much stuff for us to do. It's like we're not a huge team yet. We're about to be onboarding a bunch of different divisions because the live beta will end soon next year. So, but yeah, there's a lot to still tackle.
Awesome. Another question from Prussian Havoc. Currently, all XP Network hats and gear are sold out. When will we again have a chance to spend XP on XP Network's merch?
So we just updated a huge Shopify update that was mostly for the publishers. So we were focusing all of our Shopify updates on their ability to limit maximum discounts because it was a big request from Looney Labs because Kitten Flux or Cat Flux, I can't remember what the name, is coming out and it's like sold out already and stuff.
Oh, wow.
But they don't want their core products to be able to be given away for free if they give out a ton of XP. They want it limited to like a maximum discount of 20 or 30% for their core items, and then the rest of the store can be fully discountable with XP. So we built that first. Once we build the minimum XP spend and drops, which means you have to have at least like 100 or 300 XP to purchase an item, then our store will not only get cheaper in XP price because we're rewarding the people that engaged, but we'll be adding all the things to the store.
Cool.
We have a lot of cool swag. There's a huge budget for swag that's going to be put up on XP Network, and every item will be limited time, and then the design will change.
Oh, awesome.
So
cool.
Get in early, and you'll get all the founder stuff, which actually says like first printing and stuff on it on the inside.
Odysseus Legion asks, can multiple organizers work on the same event with an FLGS?
Absolutely. This is the coolest thing is like a lot of stores have like 8 different organizer volunteers and some of them are staff. So all they have to do is put the permissions on. It can get so robust as you can have like someone that only scans the front door, the back door, the cash register for ticketing. It's very, very robust on how the staff permissions work because we see ourselves going to like Evo here pretty soon and running Evo or Pokemon World Championships. We've been shadowing those 2 events for 2 years now to make sure we can help with large scale events, and that goes down to the store level very, very easily.
Cool. Another Prussian Havoc question. You've explored where XP Network is, but where are you taking us in 2 years, 5 years?
Okay, so I don't usually say this publicly because I'm a board gamer, card gamer, war gamer at heart. But we're expanding past this into video games. We kind of hinted towards that. We're because of the partnerships at Twitch and esports that we've had from all of our partners. It's not going to be just tabletop gaming. It's going to be like interacting with humans in general. Our goal is to bring everybody together and as they're having fun, get rewarded for it. Encourage people to keep doing that. So we'll be going from tabletop to video games, from video games to sports, music, and live events. And that's kind of where it ends. And then the final section is collectibles. So you can store your entire collection on XP Network with a live market ticker. And you can use it basically like if your house burns down or gets flooded, all your collectibles have a real auditable value. So right now that's a big problem, especially for collectibles. That if you have damage, the insurance companies don't give you full value. Well, we can be that third-party verification.
Cool.
We've also looked into like AI and human grading of collectibles that will go and be stored through XP Network. But ultimately, I would say in 3 years, the marketplace opens for you guys, so your collections can now be immediately linked to a live marketplace where all of you can just say list it at market price. I don't really want this miniature anymore. I forgot I even had it. I'm just going to list it. Or you can go, above and below the standard list price. So we're scraping all the prices from the internet and then giving you guys that option as well.
Cool. Ziguro asks, what happens when an XP host leaves the system? Do users get a warning or can they cut it off whenever they want?
So your XP will still work in XP Network. So let's say like it's a game store or publisher that leaves, you'll still have your XP globally on XP Network. It just means their Shopify store or whatever their rewards program links, because it's not going to be just Shopify right now. It's Stripe and Shopify, but we're hoping to talk to Crystal Commerce soon, integrate with Square and other point of sale. But it will be over with that publisher or store because they're out of business or opt out. But it'll still be usable in the greater network.
Cool.
Including all the video game stuff that we're coming out with, which is going to be cool.
Awesome. Prussian Havoc asks, gamers from across the world enjoy our Leviathan's tabletop simulator mods. How well will XP Network support worldwide gaming?
Right now, it's fully service. So we can use XP in any country. That is, again, not illegal for us as an American company to work with. So any country can sign up. You can adjust your currency through Shopify to your local currency, and it's ready to go. So really, there's nothing stopping you right now from we already have events in the Philippines, in Australia, all over Europe, in the US. And so as the platform grows, you'll see more people using XP, running events, and opening their stores through the network.
Cool. Boguslaw Olzak, sorry if I mispronounced that. Will XP Network support my events in a store that is not part of the XP Network?
If you are an organizer and your store won't sign up, there is a threshold minimum for now. Down the road, I think we're going to just make it an automated thing. That back end takes a long time to build to just be able to do signups without calling us and walking you through everything. So right now it's all white glove service, very hands-on with you. But organizers that have a consistent 50 players or more, or 50 signups or more, can be their own organization. And then you can just run events any way you want. This is another thing for like small conventions or large conventions. They would be considered an organizer, not really a retail store or a publisher. They don't really need to integrate with Shopify necessarily, but they still want to do ticketing and run events and have leaderboards and do tournaments. That stuff's all available. But right now, we encourage you to go to your hobby shop first and get them onto the platform, and then just sign up under them. Otherwise, you just need a bigger group.
Okay. And so that kind of answers the next question. Will XP Network support tournaments larger than 50 gamers? Yes.
Oh, of course. Yeah. A lot of our tournaments are already way bigger than that. Like the Bandai event was like 500 something cap. And then I think WeCross is up right now for TCG. But yeah, we can, right now the ticketing cap is at 1,000, but that's just there. If you need it to go higher, you just have to reach out to us and we can raise it to any cap.
Cool. Night Moss asks, how will you approach and bring in more video gaming companies?
Well, our team built Twitch integrations and all the Twitch plugins for all of the video game publishers. And myself, I was a licensee for Bandai, Capcom, NetherRealm Studios, and a bunch of SNK, several video game companies. So we are already talking to many of the companies we know. I can't say by name specifically which ones. But that is we actually already know many of these people. I'm trying not to specifically say a name at any timing so no one guesses, because these aren't set in stone yet. We'll announce it for sure. Cool. We also integrate with Steam, PlayStation Network, and Xbox, so it's not just mobile games.
Cool. Okay.
The only one we probably won't ever do is Nintendo, but that's because Nintendo doesn't work outside of their system, just generally as a rule.
Yeah. Question for me from Billy: will CGL be having a Black Friday sale this year? I don't think so. We will probably be doing a holiday sale like we have the past several years. So usually I believe, start of mid-September or mid-December. I'm not sure. But we are planning to do a holiday sale. Yes. Watch our newsletter for information. What else do I have? I have. Will there be anything at PAX at the end of November? Yes. Catalyst will be there. We will have streaming. We are only going to be streaming Friday and Saturday because Sunday our team is going to be a little smaller than it usually is. So we need to focus on teardown and prep for that. So we won't be able to stream Sunday. But we will have Quincy from Quincy's Tavern there. So you can come by and say hi. We'll have Guardians of the Four Winds. I think we might have aces there. I would be surprised if we didn't. So that might be the last early shot at getting aces before the launch at the end of the month or early next month. So what else do we got? Oh, Lorcan asks, does the 50-player minimum apply for events run through the demo team if it's not happening via an LGS? For example, if we run events around the 30-player mark in a hotel.
Yeah, I would say do it twice, and you should reach the minimum, right?
Cool.
Or you can also, instead of going through the local hobby shop, if you don't have one, because there's a lot of places that don't have a hobby shop that supports in-store play, go directly through Catalyst. And if you're a trusted demo team member, they'll be able to give you permission so you don't have to have an organization.
Cool. Trying to see if there's any last minute stuff I might be missing. Oh, Chris Merwin asks, do demo agents setting up events go through the demo team Catalyst as an event space? It is going to be a future convo. Chris, I know that Michael went through with the demo team leadership team this week, or is going through this week, all they need to know about XP Network, and then there will be a training where someone from XP Network, probably, and I will come in and talk to you guys, and Michael will be there too, of course. So future convo. But if you want to start playing with things, I do know we have the Catalyst demo team specific event space on XP Network. So it would be under there instead of Catalyst Game Labs.
That's correct. Yeah, I guess I misspoke there. I forgot you guys have two organizations. I believe everyone will still be going through the demo team.
Yeah. What else do we have? Michael Chandra asks, will we have Flippin' Ninjas at PAX Unplugged, I assume? Yes, that will be there. Odysseus Legion says, you mentioned how an organizer can become their own organization if they have 50 plus players sign up with them, but can that organization have multiple organizers, such as a regional team?
Yes. Yeah. Once you're an organization, you're treated just like a publisher or a retail store. You can have a whole team. You could be a convention, so you'll need staff anyway. So yeah, you can add permissions as members, demoers, TOs, and admins through the whole process. So it's all in the back end.
Cool. All right, last 5 minutes for last minute questions that come in. Moderators, I got very excited about having Jason here, so I didn't do the link drop in the chats at the beginning of the show. So just to do our little advertising while we get any last minute questions, the Battletech Gothic Salvage box is now available. Take what you can get, Commander. So the bit.ly link is going to be dropped in the chat here. The thrilling conclusion of Michael Stackpole's The Crown Ascendancy, called Unlimited Honor, is out now. You can get that from the link in chat. November free Battletech fiction is The Pilgrim's Journey by Bryn Bills. We talked about that, but there is a link that'll be dropped. Don't forget that playtest packages number 3 and number 5 for Battletech are out now. Check out the new gear and aerospace rules and let the Battletech team know what you think. for Shadowrun, explore the gang-ridden streets of Tenactic. Why did he give me that word? Tenochtitlan. Sorry, with the Kings of the Street audiobook on Audible. By the way, that audiobook, that fiction, is by Opti, who used to do the Neo-Anarchist podcast. So it was written by him, and you guys should check it out. Relive one of the classic adventure series from Shadowrun First Editions with the remastered Harlequin. November free Shadowrun fiction Strange Prey by Jason Mallory. Jason, I got all excited about this last week in chat, but you weren't here, so congrats again on that. Shadowrun Anarchy 2.0 has late pledges available, so go check it out and go Lux, chummer. And then for Catalyst General, from adventures to activity books to game rules, you can find these and more for free on the Catalyst web store. So all of our free items are in one collection at the link in chat. Guardians of the Four Winds, a Quincy's Tavern game, is now released. So you can click the link and enjoy some relaxed strategy. It's a really fun game. We have actual plays from Gen Con here on YouTube that you can find. Don't forget to sign up for the My Hero Academia crowdfunding campaign. We are getting closer and closer to launching on that. I don't have an exact date or anything I can say, but we are pretty excited about it. So please go follow that campaign. And then, are you ready to explore the deep dungeons and eldritch evils of Varisia with Pathfinder's Runefire? So the Kickstarter link for Runefire, which is the newest edition of Shadowrun Crossfire, which became D&D Dragonfire, which became Pathfinder Runefire, is launching in February. Okay, whew, that was all the marketing. Ooh, look at that. We have more questions that have popped in. So, Goblin's C-Scale Atlas is dropping in November, so soon, but not quite yet. What else do we got? Lorcan Nagel asks, could we do an organization covering a wide area, like, say, Ireland?
I don't see why not. It's your organization, so you're treated as that. So if you're going to go around the whole country of Ireland, go for it.
Carlton Nelson asks, can you set up an account in XP Network and get access to the battletech area?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, there's not. It's by publisher or retailer that you would look at. So if you want to set up an event, you would set up a battletech event, or you could search as a player for battletech events. Is my understanding, right?
It might be asking to the battletech area of maybe a convention specifically, which you can use achievements to get access to the areas that or events or VIP things. Publishers can give out achievements that say you can use that like a pass to get into certain areas.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they're talking about though.
Yeah, if you want to clarify that question, feel free. Let's see. Prussian Havoc. Gaming is about people and the gamers. What is one thing that XP Network brings to the gamer that its competitors do not?
It's all of it in one spot, I would say. I don't want to list the whole list that we talked over. Achievements is a big deal. Giving a reward for actually going and doing the thing with the humans, like getting the players involved physically and rewarding that, I think that's the human experience. That's what we really want. There's no like social media flaming on XP Network. It's just get a club together, go play games, and then get rewarded for being part of the community. Everything we do should be community first.
Awesome. And then Carlton got back to us. Yes, the Catalyst area is up and working on XP Network. I will say again, though, for those that joined late, we will be having Jason back on the first week of December. I keep wanting to say September. I don't know when I am. The first week of December is Catalyst Spotlight Week. So we're going to be doing events every day that week that give you double XP. And we're doing, as Jason mentioned, more XP than you usually get. So I think we're doing, you said 500 XP per event?
Yeah, it's a lot more XP than usual.
Yeah.
I think it's if you do everything, including the extra news video. I think you guys are giving out XP just for the news show too. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if
So
you
if
get
you
like
come to Tuesday, Newsday that
$12 of
week.
store credit, if you just do, they're so easy to do. You sign up. Sign up is halfway there. You'll get $5 for just signing up to each event each day, and you have I think 30 hours to do so. So you can hit all the time zones depending on where you live. And then there's really simple quests. Like the first one is follow or like favorite Catalyst Game Labs, and then sign up to their newsletter, and you get a bonus dollar of XP on their store. And then it's the trivia. So if you get the trivia right, which we don't time you on that trivia, you can go look everything up. We encourage you to learn about the publishers. Nominate your local game store on Wednesday. Thursday is how do you game? So show us like all the ways you like to play games. And then Friday, join the live stream, and you'll have $10 or $12 of store credit for Catalyst Game Labs out the gate. And if you do the live stream on Friday, the 4th, I believe it is, one lucky winner will get, I think, another 5,000 XP from just scanning in. So you have to sign up for the event and then scan on the stream, because you can't just get that from not watching. You have to watch the stream. And one lucky winner will get a bonus. There's a wheel spin, and someone will get 5,000 bonus XP.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool.
It's all for Catalyst. So yeah,
Awesome.
they're giving out a ton. It's a big deal. And it's
that's
very, very simple.
Friday of the first week of December?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so we'll have you back on to talk through all of those events, but get on now so that you don't miss the Monday stuff, since we'll be here Tuesday. And then I'll leave it with what Lorcan put in. He's one of our moderators. Put in the chat, how much XP do I get for transcribing all of this?
That's up to Catalyst Game Labs.
Awesome. We'll talk. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, Jason. It's easy and fun to talk to you. We got a lot of engagement out of that, so thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Love to do it. We'll do it anytime. And community, please sign up. This is your time to get lots of extra XP for doing really almost nothing. Awesome. Follow publishers every week, every Monday through Friday. We don't require your time on the weekends. Just go play tournaments and go play leagues and campaigns and have fun gaming on the weekend. But Monday through Friday, every single week, except for the major holidays, you'll get free XP from a publisher. And then it gives you a chance. Maybe you'll find the game that you didn't know you will love in the future. So check it out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next week. We'll be at PAX Unplugged, but I'm still planning to stream unless flights that get canceled move my flights and I have to fly during this. But we'll let you know. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.